This program is paid for by investors.
Here we go.
Or statements expressed on the program are solely those of Investor Schooling or their guests and do not reflect the opinions of WPHT or Odyssey.
WPHT, WPHT HD, WOGL HD3 Philadelphia. From the Cherry Hill Volvo Studios, where relationships matter. Always live on the free Odyssey app. This is Investor Schooling Live with your host, Larry Steinhaus, CEO of Investor Schooling.
Hey, everybody, good afternoon and welcome to Investor Schooling Live. Investor Schooling Live is transmitting from the Investor Schooling Studios right here in the Investor Schooling headquarters. I am Larry Steinhaus and I am the CEO of Investor Schooling. Thanks for listening and get ready to learn real estate investing, stock options trading, and so many more things about money that I bet you didn't know. Hey, you can call us anytime, and this will be a really good show. So I'm going to suggest you write down the phone number right now at 855-939-1137. That's 855-939-1137. 855-939-1137. That's right, we're a live show. We're here at Saturday at 2 o'clock. And you can call anytime during the show. We'll take your calls. Don't worry about the topic. We'll take your calls about anything that has to do with money, finances, even politics. Hey, we're also live here on Facebook and LinkedIn and Twitter. And if you leave comments there, we'll know you're online. So if you are online, please leave us a comment. At Investor Schooling, we teach real estate investing, stock options trading, how to save money and taxes, and how to be financially free. And we even give you the motivation to make money work for you instead of you working for money. By the way, Investor Schooling is located in Bucks County, Pennsylvania, right off the Newtown bypass, serving the New Jersey and Greater Philadelphia areas in a real brick-and-mortar location. Our schools are also located in several states with our exclusive web access to our classes and our seminars. Hey, get ready to learn something new. Get ready to learn the business of entrepreneurship, real estate investing, and stock options trading from your friendly neighborhood financial expert. That's me, Larry Steinhaus, and I'm here with my co-host, the smartest person in the room always, Dr. Deb Anderson, PhD.
Hey, everybody, how are you? And you know what? It's interesting because Omri's not here, so there's nobody to interrupt you. So I'm going to have to interrupt you like every couple minutes so that you don't get everything out in one shot and you get frustrated with everybody. So that's the goal, right?
So hold on a second. Hey, Glenn, are you saying that my mic's out?
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
Oh, really? That's kind of not good. So let's take a quick... Oh, wow, look at that. How about now? I bet it's better now.
You're fine now.
I can't believe my mic actually became unplugged. I'm actually glad that we had the communication with you to let me know. But no, everybody missed the whole intro, so should I start again?
No, because...
No. I cranked it up, so you just sounded off mic.
I figured he heard you, and, he would have said something else. And
that's pretty funny. I just noticed my mic somehow just, disconnected itself. It was unplugged. Did you do that, Deb?
Yeah, I did it just so that I didn't have to hear you the whole time.
You know, it's
so
funny. Omri's not here today. out of everyone, I would have expected him to have done that. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Well, anyway.
Well, I was talking about how, since Omri's not here, nobody's here to interrupt you.
I know.
The next best thing is to just disconnect your mic.
So it's Hanukkah. You think Omri said a prayer to disconnect my mic to interrupt me?
Well, he was upset that he couldn't be here, so he needs to have a presence here.
Yeah, exactly. That's pretty funny that my mic was disconnected. So I clicked it in too. I heard it in my headphone. I'm like, wow, I can hear myself again. How cool is that? All right. So by the way, I want to say hi to Kimmy. Kimmy's one of our favorite fans. Actually, she's really a fan of Omri, and I guess she's upset that Omri's not here. But Kimmy, stay tuned. It's going to be a really good show. I promise. We're going to bring somebody else on with an accent today.
All right.
Is that okay with you?
Yeah, I'm all for
Larry.
accents. That's my thing is accents.
Yeah,
so.
Glenn.
What's the point of me doing a mic check if you're just going to unplug the damn thing? Right?
Come on, Glenn. He just likes to keep you on your toes and see if you're actually working today. That's all.
Yeah, it's just really funny that it was like, what just happened? All right, cool. So on today's show, we do something really, really cool, but I'm going to tell you about that in a minute. But real quick, I just want to follow up with Deb. We had some bad news this week. I don't want to talk about that. But anything great happened to you this week?
I have my REO in Illinois is kicking butt. So I got so an REO is a real estate owned property. I was talking a little bit about it last week.
And real estate owned property means owned by the bank.
Owned by the bank. I'm sorry.
And
yes.
then you bought it from the bank.
And then I bought it from the bank at a discounted price. And I have had a lot of movement on it in the last week. Things are just moving and progressing, which is great. I've had the locks changed, which is good. I've had a guy who's done the clean out. Today is day 4 of the clean out, and
awesome.
Everything's completely gone other than a motorcycle and a boat that he is moving out, I guess, in the next couple days. So
what kind of motorcycle is it? Maybe I want it.
You going to drive over to Illinois and pick it up?
Well, it depends on what kind it is.
I have no idea.
If it's a...
I don't even know if it's functioning. Yeah,
Probably not functioning.
Probably not
But
functioning.
it may be.
And I believe the boat is probably sinking into the lawn from what I gather.
Oh, sinking into the lawn? Okay.
Yeah, but so he has to remove those. But it's been cleaned out. He just sent me the last set of pictures today. It looks fantastic. The garage is cleaned out. He was showing me full pictures of the dumpster, so everything is just going fantastic. I have the property preservation. I have a meeting with them on Monday so that they can do a winterization. And then once that winterization's up, we'll put it up on the market.
And you still have never seen this property, right?
Not in person.
Right. So you had it. So the person, you had boots on the ground.
Yep.
Tell me about that. Was that a real estate agent or was it somebody there that you hired?
I had a real estate agent. Before I put a bid on the property, I need somebody to actually go physically look at it to make sure it's still there. And somebody went and did a drive-by and took pictures of it, like from all 4 angles, so that I knew that it was complete. It wasn't burnt down in the back or whatever. And then they did that. And then I also had somebody go in and do a knock-up service to make sure that it was vacant. So nobody responded. Then they took pictures of the inside. It turned out that the sliding glass door in the back was unlocked. So they, went in and took pictures and nobody did that. But it was, I could see that it was.
It's possible they went in, but they probably didn't.
It's possible they went in. So they took pictures.
That would be against the law.
They took pictures of from the outside window showing me that it was full of garbage.
There you go. Okay.
There we go.
And then so now you're cleaning it out, and then you just think you're gonna just sell it right out.
I'm just gonna sell it outright.
And what'd you pay for it?
$58,000.
And what are you gonna sell it for? What'd you
105.
list it for? You listed for 105.
We're gonna list it for
Wow,
105.
that's not a bad return for just a couple of months with some money, huh?
Not so far. Not even month 1.
And technically, you didn't even use your own money because you partnered with somebody.
I did not use any of my own money.
That's awesome. I love it. See, that's what we teach you. We teach real estate without any money.
Yeah.
So I have a special guest for you today.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know.
And he has an accent, right? That's
he has an accent. That's the best part. We're gonna ask him. We're gonna ask him to read the phone number because to see if he can do it.
See if he's as
real
good
quick
as Omri?
before I bring this guest, it's not Omri.
No, I know it's not Omri, but as long as he has an accent.
I had to find somebody else with a different accent.
There you go.
So it's a slightly different accent. It's not it's not the Israeli harsh accent. It's a much softer accent. You'll hear.
Okay.
So real quick. So we're gonna be talking about a bunch of cool stuff in a minute. 855-939-1137 is our phone number. 855-939-1137. 855-939-1137. You can talk about anything you'd like. 855-939-1137. So just like Deb just did, she bought this house without any money. And that's what we talk about. We talk about buying houses with no money. We talk about the stock market, of course, too. You need money for that. You don't need a lot because we're doing stock options. You have a lot of leverage. You could put use $1,000 and turn that into a couple of $1,000s if you play the right plays. But more importantly, we talk about buying houses without any money. Now, I have a guest today. And this guy is amazing. This guy, I met him about 3 or 4 years ago, maybe 3 years ago, at an event once, and he talked about, the amazing amount of hotels he's buying. And then when he tells a story, well, I'm going to let him tell you, but he's buying these with almost or no money out of his own pocket. So let me bring in my guest. My guest is Vinney Chopra. Vinney, you there?
Oh, yes, Larry. How are you doing, brother?
I'm so excited. Listen, I told you you had an accent, right?
Yeah.
Hey, you have to do me a favor before you even say anything.
I can't hide my accent. I know I've been watching you on my laptop too, by the way, so I can see you both.
All right. So real quick, we got a whole bunch of listeners that love when the phone number is read by somebody with an accent. So I want you to read this phone number. You ready? 855-939-1137. 855-939-1137. Say it.
Okay, 855-939-1137.
Ooh, he says it 1-1. How cool is that?
I don't know. I think Omri still has that deeper.
Yeah, Omri's sexier than
he's got
Vinney.
a deep. Sexy
But then again,
voice.
Omri's like 38, right?
Okay, hold on. Let me try again.
All right, try again, Vinney. Go
You're
ahead.
throwing down the gauntlet now.
I know, really.
Call us with questions. Call us with questions at 855-939-1137.
All right.
Remember, last 4 digits.
That was-
1137.
That was pretty good because I think I had some movement on that one. All right.
Love it. Next time I would like to be on the video also, so we'll try that, Larry. Brother, you're having so much fun. I just can't say. I'm watching you all. You're having so much fun.
Yeah, and we definitely have fun in this show, Vinney. So real quick, first of all, I have to tell you something. I got to ask you a question, right? Because I want everybody to know. How old are you?
I'm 71. I turned 71 in August, and I look like maybe, I don't know. You tell me. You just met me twice in the last 2 months.
Oh, you look fabulous. I hope I look that good when I'm 60.
51,
Oh, wait a minute.
41.
I mean, you look fabulous.
But
I mean,
my
it's
mind
amazing.
is
And the guy's got so much
17.
energy.
My mind.
I'm sorry?
Thank you, brother. No, I said I behave like 17, 7-1 or 1-7, right?
There you go. I get it. I love it. All right, so you have to tell your story because I love your story. I think it's fascinating. It all starts out with, what, $7?
Yes.
All right, start from
I came
there.
from India originally. I came from India, $7. I grew up with 6 siblings in 382 square feet, apartment, actually. 1-bedroom apartment, 1 living room, 1 hallway with parents also. So we were 8 of us in that 1-bedroom apartment. Had no television, nothing, no refrigerator, no cars, no bicycle, just bicycle and walking, right? Public transportation. But I became engineer, just to give a little synopsis, mechanical engineer. I always broke a lot of toys, things like that, to get into, what's behind it. Then I came to George Washington University in USA to do my MBA in marketing. So I got bachelor's in mechanical engineering, worked for Larsen Toubro, which is Reliance Group, #1 company in India right now. I worked for them 11 months. I resigned, came out here with $7 and big dreams.
Wow.
You definitely fulfilled some of those big dreams. So what age did you come here?
I came at 22,
Okay.
23, right about there.
And then you
I'm
started
71, so almost 46 years. Yeah, 45 years.
And then you started working. What were you doing when you were working?
Okay, guess what? When I started here going to school, right, I didn't want to get loans or like that, so I sold Bible books and encyclopedias
Wow.
door
Door to
to
door. Wow.
15 hours a day.
Wow.
Knocking on doors outside Atlanta, Georgia, Pulaski, Virginia, and then Aiken, South Carolina. 3 summers, I sold books. That cut my teeth in sales. Then I put the engineering in a box, literally 43 years back, and then got into a salesperson, marketing professional, motivational speaker, author, and started investing in buying single-family homes. Got married 43 years back. Happily married right now. 43 years. We moved to San Francisco area. We live in Danville, Blackhawk Country Club now with the grace of God, with the syndication, which I mastered, how to raise money from investors and give them great returns. So that's my, calling. My calling is to buy the properties for $1,000, like you were just saying, but buy $30 million, $60 million deals. I started with only a duplex, 14 units. You could say that, a few years back. Yeah.
Wow. So let me ask you about your first property you ever bought, right? So the first property you ever bought, how much did you pay for it?
Okay. The first property, I would say single family homes, we bought $65,000 in Modesto, California. It went to $325,000.
Wow.
One single 3-bedroom
Wow.
house.
Wow.
I refinanced it, took out $290,000, bought 5 homes with that. That's how it got
Fantastic.
started for me, in California. And then I bought in Phoenix, in Atlanta, in Texas. But I bought a duplex 16 years back in Odessa, Texas. I still own it for $89,000. It's worth $289,000 right now.
Mhm.
And I have no mortgage, so I get $3,000 per month total cash flow without any, no mortgage, no nothing. And I can sell it and make another $200,000, 1031 if I need to do it, Anyway, but that's the duplex, Larry. Then I bought $180,000, 14 units.
Wow.
14 units in Odessa, Texas again.
What year was
You
this?
might ask me, Vinny, this was 2009, I think I bought it. 8 or 9, right around there. That's 24 years back, right?
Wow.
Something like that. It's worth $1.4 million, brother.
So
Wow.
you still
I
have
sold
your
it.
properties, right? You still have them all then?
No, I don't. The
Oh.
14 units, I sold it for $280,000.
Oh no.
2 or 380. 380. I know. But you know what? hindsight is 2020. Don't worry about it. But what I did with that money when I sold it, bought bigger and 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 bigger, you know. So I never looked back. I looked right now and future. Yeah, right now and future. Just learn from the past. That's okay. But keep your attitude straight. Keep your mind right. And just be believing in the, you know, today is the best time to do the best, you know.
He's the Indian Zig Ziglar.
That's great.
It really is.
What
It's
an
amazing.
incredible story.
Jim Rohn, Zig Ziglar, Tom Hopkins, Tony Robbins, all my great mentors, Wayne Dyer, Vincent Norman Peale, Napoleon Hill. I'm a product of those great mentors. Really, I am. I read thousands of books. I listen to even today, Miracle Morning, Power of Now, Eckhart Tolle. I, watch all the great motivational tapes. I teach now also.
But wait a minute, you're 71 years old, right?
At 71.
Okay, you're 71 years
Yeah.
old, and WPHT, and I could be making fun of the listeners or not be making fun of the listeners when I say this, but most of the listeners on PHT are over 50, and some of them are in their 70s and 80s, right? So now some of them are sitting home
Yeah.
and they're listening to this radio because they really do nothing during the day. And I don't mean that as an insult. I mean because they retired, they didn't know what to do, and now they start listening to the show and they're like, "Hey, how can I buy a house? How can I buy a motel? How can I buy an apartment building? I know you're getting into senior living next, right?
Yeah.
And how can I do that
Yeah.
if I really have never done this before?" What is the first thing that somebody needs to do to start buying houses without any money, or buying hotels without any money, or again apartments without any money?
Excellent, Larry. Very good question. I've asked that many times. The key thing is understanding and finding some investors in your family, in your relatives, in your close circles. I say like there are 7 different circles of influence we have. We being at the center of it, buying money, all we need is the down payment. All we need is some, closing costs, right? So if you have money right now, you're retired, money is sitting in the 401k and other places like that, you could self-direct and invest that money. But the better than that, 1 and 1 is not 2, but 11. 1 and 1 and 1 is not 3, but 111. So a exciting part is to be able to raise money, which is what I do. I have been doing it for the last 17 years. I have spent for building my $1 billion portfolio $1,000. A lot of people know that. Very close people to me, my attorneys know that, everything. I buy right now duplex, 4plex, 10plex, or just now 40plex or 200plex for $1,000 only. I only pay $1,000. Rest of the money coming from investors. So, answering your question, the key thing is just get your mindset first that you are going to buy real estate. 2024, 2025, 2026 are the best years ever coming back, because a lot of people bought wrongly. They paid lots of prices in the last 3 years. Many did not buy. I sold my millions of dollars of assets at peak. I bought one last year, 1 year before, 1 year before, and 2 years before. Hold on. In last 5-6 years, I have not bought much, but I'm ready to buy in 2024. So anybody listening to us, get ready to buy a 10-unit apartment complex.
So actually,
15 unit, a 4plex. Yeah, 4plex even.
So Omri and I are actually buying we're buying a mobile home. We're closing on a mobile home park at the end of this month, and we're buying we're working on buying this 23-unit apartment building. So I'll be honest with you, I know how to do that, right? I know how to find the money for it. I know how to invest in it. I know how to. But here, if I came across a hotel like you do, I honestly don't know how to do that. So I find out. I don't know. You find out a hotel's for sale. How do you find out a hotel's for sale? Let me ask you that question.
Hotels for sale? Oh my gosh, we bought our last one in auction, the Hilton Garden Inn from Crexy. And also for the auction we bought for $6 million. We sold it last year for $12 million. I think I might have mentioned to you, Larry. But hotel is no different than buying a multifamily unit, brother. There's nothing wrong. You just Google it. You say, I want to buy a hotel which is 14 keys or 25 keys or 30 keys, right? We call units as keys in hotel, no problem. And sale by owner. Or you just Google it and then try to find wherever you want to buy in that zip code. Just say hotels for sale, boutique hotels for sale, space, the zip code. See what the Google is going to bring to you right there. Or put down even, CoStar is very expensive service now because LoopNet used to be very, very easy. LoopNet was so easy, but still you could get some things from Crexy, I'm forgetting one more place. Anyway, there are so many. Renome is there. There are a lot of commercial websites. There is there's investment auction.com, I think, is another one, But the key thing is, whatever you want to buy, just put it in Google. Just say Google hotels to purchase by owners. And all these links will show up. Brokers will show up. So the beauty is by doing Googling hotels to purchase in a zip code, it's going to show you the brokers who are active in that zip code, who you should talk to, and then try to get to know them and say, I've got the money ready. My investors is a group of investors. I have money ready. We were looking for some great deals with 2024, 25. A lot of things will be coming on the chopping block, and we are there to. Underwriting a hotel is not hard at all. It's just like multifamily. My underwriting template does everything. It's all revenue and expenses game. That's all.
Okay, so let's say I do this. Let's say I identify a hotel, right? And I go talk to the owner, and normally what we're teaching right now, I mean anything if I'm talking to the owner, I'm making an offer right there. I'm taking out my paperwork, and boom, I'm buying your house or your apartment complex for small apartment building, 10-unit, whatever, for this much money. Sign here, sign here. But in a commercial building such as a hotel, is it that simple?
Good point. Very good point. See, you've got to have due diligence done correctly. You can't just say it's a rundown hotel and verbally you think, okay, I'm going to put a business plan. You've got to look at the history of that hotel, the neighborhood. You've got to look at their P&Ls. Hopefully you're talking that you have already done that. Is that right? And it's a good deal. And now you're going to the seller. I take 60 days to 90 days of due diligence. Wow. In apartments, I do only 30 days, just 30 days. But in the hotels, I go minimum of 60-day due diligence. So I lock it in with the LOI, and then I'm able to go and find all the crud, be the best detective you can be to find out how are their appliances, commercial kitchens, HVAC system, their interiors. When did they put the PIP, right? In the hotels, it's the CapEx, which is the PIP. When was it pipped out? If it's a chain, when is that franchise going to expire? Because Hilton, Marriott's, and all these, they have certain years. You have to put money into the deal, into the hotel. If you buy it and the franchise is going to ask you to put $2 million next year and you didn't put it in your underwriting, you're in deep trouble. So hotels purchase is a lot more, intense as compared to apartments.
So real quick.
Apartments, you just buy the... Please go ahead.
No, I actually wanted to give the phone number out again. 855-939-1137. This is Larry Steinhaus. You're listening to Investor Schooling Live. I'm here with my co-host, Dr. Deb, and we're also on the phone with Vinney Chopra talking about buying hotels, apartment buildings, with $1,000 out of his pocket when he buys this. This is pretty intense. And if you want to call in and ask any questions, I know some of this is a little bit higher level than we usually talk in. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask them. But this is kind of fascinating. It's kind of neat to know that there are people out there who do this, and you could learn it too. 855-939-1137. 855-939-1137. 855-939-1137. 855-939-1137. Give us a call. So I got to ask you, Vinney. So you are now. I mean, I've actually seen pictures. I haven't been to your house, but I've seen pictures of you in your house.
Yes.
And it looks like your bathroom is probably the square footage of your bathroom is probably the size of my entire house.
is so sorry. Well, it's all the brother. It's syndication. It's the power of taking the investors' money and getting into a $1 billion portfolio. I never imagined it. Never imagined it when I bought that $93,000 duplex that I own still, that I will have $1 billion, $1.6 billion with my limited partnerships also. It's 1.6 because I invest also. My family invests into deals as we make millions. I live in a $5 million home. And I'm okay because the key thing is I started from $99,000 home. $99,000 home when I got married, you know. But the power of syndication. By the way, anybody wants to really learn and get into my head, just go to Amazon. Apartment syndication made easy.
Yeah, you got quite a few books.
Made easy.
Yeah, you got quite a few books. So it's apartments. It's apartment syndication made easy. Correct? Is the name of the book?
Syndication made easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one I put out 4 years back. I was at 250 million. Now I'm at $1 billion. In 3-4 years, I've climbed so fast. It's amazing. It's mind-boggling. My second book is Positivity Brings Profitability. As you can tell, my excitement and everything, that's who I am. I get up like this, 71 years of age. I'll be 72 in August next year. I'll be like this, just like that. I do miracle morning in the morning. I do exercise. I eat right. And, you know, I'm very conscious on my thoughts. I make sure negatives don't get into my mind. That's the biggest thing. If the stresses happen, I take it at the chin. And I say, how can I get out of it? You know, so the stresses have to be zero in your... Anyway, you could do slowly.
Vinny's the kind of guy, when you see him from across the room... Vinny's the kind of guy, when you see him from across the room, he runs at you with a big hug.
Oh, yeah.
He's just... it's amazing. and his nickname is Smiles, right? Smiles or Smiley? Smiles.
Yes. Smile.
And he's always smiling.
I have to ask you, when you're buying...
Thank you.
I have to ask you, when you're looking and you're doing your due diligence for the hotels, are you looking to keep them or are you looking to sell them?
Okay, both. We are keeping them also. The one which we sold in 3 years because we were able to get the nurses and doctors to stay in our hotel, Hilton Garden Inn in Texas. Our NOI jumped through, and we bought it for $6 million December of 2019. And then we sold it for $12 million in 2022 in just 3-4 years. But then we bought a Wyndham Garden in the same city of 167 units with the profits. 1031. We didn't want to pay somebody money, right? Uncle Sam, any taxes. So we used $5,033,000 to buy the Wyndham Garden. Now we own that free and clear. No investors, just partners, and we are making $1.5 million each year.
That's fantastic.
Wow. From that 5.33, it's mind-boggling. But the thing is, you can really do anything you want in the commercial property, what your business plan calls for. If your investors want to stay with you 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, fabulous. But if you find NOI is increasing, doubling or whatever, then you sell early.
So what do you think?
I was going to say, if I could put my picture here somewhere, I don't know if I could do it.
No, the only reason you can is because I didn't set it up. I'm sorry, Vinny.
No worries.
But don't worry. Go ahead. Spell your name so people can look you up. How's that?
Sure, Vinney. V as in Victor, I-N-N-E-Y. Vinney. V as Victor, I-N-N-E-Y. Chopra. Chopra is like Deepak Chopra, very, very renowned person in USA. C-H-O-P-R-A, Chopra. C-H-O-P-R-A, Chopra.
So now you can look him up and you can see how pretty he looks at 71. So I have to ask you.
Just Google me, Vinney Chopra. Yeah.
So tell me about the first hotel you bought. You were into apartments, and then all of a sudden you found a hotel. I really want to walk me through the story of the hotel, the first one.
Okay, love to. See, the thing is, hotels are amazing investments. I'm an apartment guy. I believe in multiple number of rooms. So hotel caught my attention 5-6 years back because I knew hospitality was a good one, but COVID, it dropped it down. But I bought this in 2019, December. So we were looking at hotels in 17, 18, 19. We bought this after really good from BlackRock Group. We bought it, by the way, for $6 million in an auction, cash, $6 million cash, right? But the key thing is the hotels are apartments, brother. People pay you at the counter for staying 5 days, 6 days, 4 days. I don't have zero delinquency. I have zero concessions to give. Actually, I can adjust the rates of the per night, 5 different places. If the demand goes high, then it can be more that you could charge in the hotel. So it's just like a multifamily. It's got a restaurant. I don't like the one with the restaurants and things like that because that's like, more expenses and all that. But I love the extended stays. I like extended stays. And that's where, Hilton Garden now don't even do the housekeeping for 5 days or 4 days. You have to ask for it.
Yeah,
So
right. That's a new
that's
thing now.
what
You have
the
to ask for
beauty is in
housekeeping. I
the-
hate that.
I've noticed that too.
I know it's a yeah, exactly. But the key thing is, at home you don't throw the towel every night on the floor. You don't.
No, I agree.
You hang it out.
But at a hotel, I want to feel differently. But okay, so let's go back. So the first one, how did you find the first one?
Oh, actually, we were doing underwriting of lots of hotels. We were looking through it, looking at the auction sites and all that. We looked at and underwrote several of them. Then one caught our attention, 108 units or 100 Garden Inn in Texas. And we had already looked at the demographics and everything. We said, this is the one to get. They had done the PIP already, everything. So we bought that. $6 million.
So you and your partners were actively looking for hotels. That's what happened?
Yeah.
All right. So how did you find your partners? Even a better question.
Oh, good point. Very good point. My partners in hotels are my brothers. Actually, my good partners, a CEO of Cloud Defense. That's the cybersecurity company, clouddefense.ai. He reached out to me 7 years back with a lot of money because he took one company to NASDAQ, hire car, sold it for $400 million or something. So he had a lot of money. He wanted to invest in real estate. So he was partnering with me in my real estate, and that's when we got started. And he said, Vinney ji, he's only 40, right? I'm 70 or so now, 71. But he said, Vinney ji, I love hotels. I said, brother, let's buy it together. Then his friend also got together, who is also a very good partner with us, and third. So we have 4 partners in the hotel. No syndication in this one. Yeah.
All right. More important question is, how could you introduce me to those guys?
Oh, no, you can't. You have to go through me.
Vinny, I have a
Because we
question.
have Global Equity Fund. Yeah, please, go ahead.
And I guess because I never considered hotels and motels much because there's vacancy. I guess, that's my concern. Like, I have some of my family grew up down the shore and they always had a hotel, and in the summers it was great, but in the winters they didn't have anything going on. So, my question to you is when you're looking at hotels, I know that you said that there's no vacancy, but isn't there a vacancy? Somebody comes in for a week, or they come in for 3 days, or they come in for...
Oh.
Right, so what do you do with...
100%. Oh, by no means I wanted to mention to anybody that my hotel is 100% occupied. Never. It's got transitional. It's a cycle. Every month is a up and down.
Right.
The thing is, in COVID, in this one Hilton Garden Inn, we got to 85% because we got a big contract from the nurses and doctors.
Wow.
But you are right. In the tourism, you got to look at the trends of the P&L. Look at the revenues by each month for the last 2-3 years, and then you plan for it. Okay. You want to make sure that the 7 months that you are open, you are able to take care of the 5 months where there is low occupancy.
Okay.
So it's a very good art to see the financials and then plan for it. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Wow. All right.
It's never the same. It's occupancy goes up and down every day. Average daily rates, ADRs, and occupancy are the 2 things which really make or break a good hotel or motel.
So what is the biggest hotel?
I'm writing my 4th book. My fourth book is going to be on hospitality, by the way.
It's going to be where?
On
My
hospitality.
third book was on
Oh, on
senior
hospitality.
living.
You're writing a book on hospitality.
Yeah.
That's pretty wild. That's fantastic.
Yes, sir. My third book is already out in Amazon. Apartment Syndication Made Easy first. Positivity Brings Profitability. Third book is Senior Living Investing Made Easy. As I turned 65, I've been thinking and dreaming about what this whole USA population is going to become with 10,000 baby boomers turning 65 every night. Every night. Silver tsunami is going on right now. So 5 years back, I got on the bandwagon, and I'm building senior assisted living in Florida, in Virginia. Like I said, I just sold the one in Punta Gorda, Cape Coral, and all that. Palm Bay I'm building, and in Williamsburg will be opened up in 3 months or so. Yeah.
I couldn't resist. I had to play the sound effect. All right. Let's go back to to our listening audience who is even me and Deb. We're not anywhere near as advanced as you are, and I think that's phenomenal. So let's slow it down. Let's bring it back to reality, right? So I think you also have a book on attitude, don't you?
Well, he had the book Positivity Brings Possibility.
Right. Yeah. Go ahead, say it again.
Possibility. Your book or my book?
No, your book.
Oh, it's called Positivity Brings Profitability.
Oh, profitability.
There you go.
Okay.
All right, cool.
Yes.
So what is somebody going to learn in this book?
Oh my gosh, it just talks about all different things, how negativism is all around us. And our mind does wonders. When we are negative, we don't get time. Our small brain doesn't even get time to think positive things. We got to throw out the negatives. And I show the brain and different things in there and neurosystems and all, and how to really goal set and get passionate about what you want to accomplish. Then you start changing your behavior to put the past back. For example, in the hourglass, I think I shared that in the stage also. The future of the grass in the hourglass is the future. The contraction is the present, and the sand goes through the contraction in the hourglass down below. That's the past. Lot of us spent so much time in the past. I couldn't do this. I was not good enough. I just didn't do it yesterday. I didn't do that. If we just concentrate on today, power of now, today, and say, I want to get more positive tomorrow. That's what I teach in that book.
I like it. Hey, can you hold?
Positivity brings profitability. Go ahead.
Positivity brings
Positivity brings profitability.
Right. Right. What Debbie just said.
Yes.
It's a tongue twister. Okay, so here's something interesting. I want to make sure that my phone is ringing a lot. And I noticed that the other phone isn't ringing, and I don't know if that's good. I'm not sure if it looks like we're updated. Okay, good. All right, so I'll tell you what I'm going to do, guys. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, Vinney, can you hang out for a little while?
Yeah.
Okay,
Sure.
we're going to take a quick break, and then we'll get back to you in a minute. We'll see you guys back in about 2 minutes. This is Larry Steinitz with Invest.
Clear.
Well, I just finished writing a book on all things I teach at Investor Schooling and on my radio shows. This book is called Money Hacks, and you want a copy of this book, and you can pre-order this book wherever books are sold. Look for Money Hacks by Larry Steinhaus. Hey, it might even be a tax deduction. Order Money Hacks by Larry Steinhaus wherever books are sold, and come see me at Investor Schooling. This is Larry Steinitz with Investor Schooling. The opportunity to retire with a great big real estate portfolio is coming quickly, and you want to learn how to do it. We all know the downturn is around the corner. What does that mean to you? You need to learn how to take advantage of this opportunity, like how to buy discounted properties with absolutely no money out of your pocket. Can it be done? Yes, it can. Can you learn how to do it? Yes, you can. Go to
All right, he's down for that.
Okay, cool. I thought so, but I just want to make sure. InvestorSchooling.com. This is Larry Steiners with Investor.
Coming back in 30.
All right. Reset. Well, the Great Reset won't apply to those who own real assets. At Investor Schooling, we teach you how to own real assets like real estate, gold, silver, and other investments, including stocks.
I told him I'd get the person's info and we'd send it on to him.
Yeah, okay, good. Thousands less in taxes legally. So go to InvestorSchooling.com and find out how you can.
Here we go.
Class this Thursday. InvestorSchooling.com. All right, everybody, welcome back to Investor Schooling Live. I am Larry Steinhaus. I am the CEO of Investor Schooling. I am here with Dr. Deb Anderson, and on the line, we have Vinney Chopra telling us how to buy, hotels. That was kind of cool, right, Deb?
Yeah, it's really interesting.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
So we got something else for you. So we talked to Vinney during the break, and we said that if you guys want to call in and ask Vinney questions, if you ask him any intelligent question, anything including how much is 2 + 2. He will give you actually one of his books. Which book do you want to give away?
Oh, I can give one of each, brother. I can sign them to their name, and then my team will ship it out to them. No problem. Let's do one of each.
You want to do all of your books? You want to give them all your books?
Hey, I don't mind,
That's fantastic. All right, cool. All right, so if you call in at 855-939-1137, that's 855-939-1137. You can ask Vinney some questions about motels, about hotels, about motels, about apartment buildings, about how he first bought his first property. You can even ask us questions. I don't care. 855-939-1137, 855-939-1137, and Vinney's going to send you all his books, which is pretty impressive because I'm only going to send you one of mine when I give away my books. 855-939-1137. All right, so Vinney, you got to tell us a hotel story. Not a hotel, not a story that you bought a hotel, but a story that maybe, one of your managers called you up and said, you're not going to believe what just happened.
Okay. Oh, my gosh. Lots of different ones. Are you ready? I could write a big chapter on it. Oh, my gosh. See, the thing is, hotels, it's the thing you have to give your product fresh to everybody, every day. The freshest product will really get people's clientele. Are you able to listen to me? Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Right? Okay. So the big thing is servicing, giving the delight. You want our investor, our residents, I call it, or our tourists to be totally happy so they come back again and again. All right? So having the best management up front is big time. Having the right executive director, having the people on the counter, having the service people, having the people in the restaurant or breakfast and all that. Very pleasing personality. Okay, if something falls apart, like in Hilton Garden Inn, rain happened, and then we had to shut down the jacuzzi because the rain fell, and then the leak happened, and we had to get. They said, hey, we're going to drop some of the tourists if we don't fix our swimming pool and the jacuzzi area. So those things happen in apartments. They happen every time,
sure.
And be ready for them. If you don't get them, then expect them.
Hey, Vinney, I have to just get a shout out to our audience. I just looked, and somehow my phone number was not going to the studio. So if you were calling a couple of minutes ago, because I got a whole bunch of calls on my phone, I realized that we're not going to the studio, we're going to my phone instead. So if you guys got if you guys were calling and didn't get through, call now. It will definitely work now. I don't know why, but it reverted back. But so now you'll get the call. Yeah. So here they come. I'm sure that we're going to get one any second now. So I'm sorry, Vinney, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but I want to let everybody know. No, that's why I couldn't believe that nobody was calling when you were on the show because it was too great of a show, and my phone kept ringing. I'm like, that's really odd. And then I looked and it said it was forwarding, and then I refreshed the screen and it wasn't forwarding. So my apologies to everyone out there. It is now forwarding. 855-939-1137. 855-939-1137. All right, we got Rob, who I think called 3 or 4 times because I saw a 609 phone number come up on my phone. So what's going on, Rob? What questions do you have?
Hi, it's Rob from Williamstown. I just wanted to ask Vinney, has he ever thought of trying to buy any hotels or areas near like casinos? Because that'd be a lot of traffic. like a lot of foot traffic, and people might want to stay over, and you got people spending money.
That's a good point. Very, very good point. Remember, that's a good one for like Biloxi. I was there in Biloxi, Alabama, right there. It's just becoming new Las Vegas over there, right? Of course, Las Vegas is also growing and a lot of things are happening. The big thing is you want to look at whatever property you're looking into. I have not bought.
Right.
I like tourism otherwise because mostly with the, gambling and all that, families won't be coming. I prefer more like, where the families go, okay, where the children are there and so forth. Extended stay happens mostly with children because they want to have the whole family go, in Florida's and into Gatlinburg's. I'm just thinking about, into Bend, Oregon's and, all that. But you could look into that.
So
why not? Why not?
So in New Jersey, you'd probably be looking at like Ocean City or Wildwood or some of those as opposed to Atlantic City because you get the families down there, and Atlantic City's more the gamblers, if I'm correct.
You're so right. So right. Actually, Ocean City, I underwrote a Candlewood Street over there. We almost bought it.
Well, there you go.
Bought it. But then, see, look at that. So right there. Yep. And, do look at several locations and look at several deals. Don't just jump into one. Don't get, excited about the outside, how they look. Look at inside. Never marry the property, marry the numbers.
Hey, Vinny, I don't know.
Oh, yeah, because
the last time you and I got together, we were at the Ahern Hotel. You realize that, right? In Vegas?
Yeah,
so did you meet Don Ahern, the owner of that hotel?
No, I did not.
He's a friend of mine. I should have introduced you.
Friend.
Yeah, I should have introduced you. My apologies. But yeah, he's a friend of mine, and he owns that hotel. It's awesome.
My billionaire friend in Las Vegas. Sorry, I'm talking over you. I did meet him and Mr. Joshi, and we are doing some very spectacular things together over there in Las Vegas. We are in the works, but it's going to be exciting. No, I would love to, brother.
Yeah, next time. And I've been doing a lot of speaking in Vegas, so it'll probably happen again. So, Rob, let's do this. Why don't we get Glenn to get your information, and Vinny will send you his books. That's pretty exciting.
Yes,
wonderful.
All right.
Thank you very much.
You got
happy
it, man.
holidays and happy hotel hunting.
There you go. I love it.
Thank you. You too.
All right, if anybody else has a call, 855-939-1137, 855-939-1137. We got about 10 minutes left of the show, so I want to make sure that anybody has a chance to ask Vinny questions or us questions, or, don't forget, you can ask Vinny questions not just about hotels. You also ask him about, just his mental attitude, because how cool is that? It's pretty awesome. All right, let's go to John. What's going on, John?
Hey, how are you?
All right, man.
Hello?
Yeah, you can hear us?
How are you? Hey,
hello.
Doctor, how are you?
Hello, John. Yeah.
All right. How are you, Doctor? Good. Larry, I met you. You came and spoke at our DPI, Delco Property Investors meeting.
Awesome.
A while back, a couple months ago.
You want me back? I'd love to come back. I love speaking.
Yeah, it was very interesting because I buy a good bit of property subject to and all that. And I like how you talked about putting it in a trust and all that. But my main thing is I just driving today, and I love hearing the doctor talk about buying hotels.
So real quick, you got a little bit confused.
Buildings.
So just real quick, John, you got a little bit confused. Dr. Deb, hi, say hi.
Hi.
That's Dr. Deb. She is my partner in investor schooling, or my sort of partner in investor schooling. And then Vinny is the hotel guy. He actually lives in California. He's a friend of mine, and I just thought it would be awesome to talk about that. So Vinny is the person you're talking about, the hotels. So why don't you ask Vinny some questions?
Sure. Yeah, love to answer.
Well, first, I'd like to say thank you, Vinny. I own like a fourplex, a duplex, some single-family homes. And I always wanted to look into buying the larger apartment buildings. But, I never sat down and actually did the numbers and all that stuff. But I really like, the way you were talking about getting investors to go in on it. So this way you don't have to go through the banks and all that stuff. But
totally. Yeah, that's the idea because so many people are there in your Rolodeck, I call it, right? You could say Rolodeck, or you could call it even, your contact list, because next 20 investors are in your contact list right now. Right now. Just before this show, I was with Alchemist Nation with Walter Amarello, and I taught my education with the investors, what to say, how to present myself, and then underwriting. That's what I taught. 2 things there just before this show. But please go ahead and get that book, Apartment Syndication Made Easy.
You're giving it to him.
$10 or whatever.
You're supposed to be sending it to him.
Oh, no, this is different. This is different person, I think, right?
And John, and the other thing, John, show up at Investor
Got the
Schooling.
hook in there.
Right. John, show up at Investor Schooling, and we'll teach you some of this stuff too. We don't go to it. We don't go to the extent that Vinney goes to, but at least this way we'll catch you up, and then you move on to people like Vinney. Absolutely.
Totally.
That's
Yeah,
awesome, man.
I get your emails, and I actually watched the one thing online, your class, but I've never followed up with it. But I'm 62 now.
Now
so.
is the time.
Wait, hold on, Vinney. Let him talk. Go ahead, John. I'm sorry.
Yeah, now I'm 60.
Right.
Nah, I'm 62 now, and I was in the hospital for a couple months. I'm learning how to walk again and get my act back together. But I really love hearing everything today from Vinney. That just keeping your mind straight and just moving forward, and that's what I needed. The one question I got, the biggest question always is, I've used investors for, single family homes and this and that to help me pay for closing costs. And do you go in with a plan, like on what kind of return you're going to offer them before you ask them if they're interested, or do you just kind of see if they're interested first?
No. 1,000%. You have to start talking to them that you're underwriting some great deals, and some examples you could show them before the LOI is sent on the deal, so that they feel comfortable and they know you are underwriting them well. Then you ask them, hey, if I got a good deal and I show you projections on it, that's what it is all about. Underwriting is so important to find what you're going to do with their money. See, I raise not only closing costs, I also raise the down payment. That's why I pay only $1,000.
Awesome.
I pay only $1,000 of my own money. Yeah, brother. That's the best thing. And Apartment Syndication Made Easy will teach you everything. Plus, Brother Larry, you should go to his school right away.
Thank you.
You'll really find so much.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, John, we're going to put you on hold because we got the phone line is lighting up like crazy, and we only got about 5 more minutes left. So we're going to put you on hold. Glenn's going to get your number. Let's go over to Charles. What's going on, Charles?
Good afternoon, gentlemen. It's a pleasure to reach both of you, Vinney and Larry and Dr. Deb. I've got a little nest egg set aside. My kids work in, what I call real estate, retail real estate, mostly homes. They've been in it for, pushing 20 years now. And I would love it if they or one of us could spring the other off of the launch pad, so to speak, to get into more of a commercial. And I tell you something, it's all about the mind. It's all about the heart. It's where you're coming from. Do you have enough information to work with that question?
We can both help you, actually. You know what? You should get Vinny's book, the one he just wrote on. Go ahead.
I know it's not
As a matter of fact, can I give a free copy right now? I would love to give a free copy to everybody on your show. Just go to VinneyChopra.com/free book.
Oh, look at you.
Oh, my God.
Sneaking in the website. I love it.
VinneyChopra.com/free book or syndicationmadeeasy.com. Just go there, get it. Everybody will get my free book today, and from this point forward, you could give it out to millions of people.
And Vinney is spelled V-I-N.
From Amazon.
Right. Vinny, real quick.
V-I-N-N-E-Y.
Right.
V-I-N-N-E-Y, Chopra.com. V as in Victor, I-N-N-E-Y, Chopra.com. Free book. Just go there, and syndication book is there.
Excellent. All right. Charles, any other quick questions?
Thank you.
Because we do have a couple other calls.
No,
Any
go
other?
ahead. Take the next caller. Give the opportunity there. Thank you.
That's
Appreciate
awesome. Stay
you.
online. Glenn's going to get your address, and then he's going to send you his book or books. I can't remember. I couldn't figure out what he said he was going to do.
Yes.
But I think he's going to send you at least one book, probably more. All right. Let's get a different Rob. What's going on, Rob?
Thank you. I have a question. I live in an apartment complex just like the one that the doc described. It's a 200 unit, over 55, and it's one owner with a bunch of investors. I just found it out. And my question is, how do you find investors other than going to school, Larry's school? How do you find investors?
Oh, very good, very good. Love to answer. I know we have very little time left. The key thing is, once you start having your mindset ready, you will find money all around you.
Yep.
36 trillion with a T is in retirement funds of people in USA alone. The people you know in your family, people in your contact list, your business people, your attorneys, your doctors, everybody's got money. You will find money when you are looking for it. That's the key. That's the key.
Yep.
And that's what my book teaches you also. Please look into it, my book, or listen to the book also. I will give audio copy too, by the way. I think my team even sent you audio copy of my book too. Once you go to VinneyChopra.com.
1 minute.
You get digital and audio copy also. You could put it in your phone or whatever and listen to it. Yes,
All right.
yes.
All right, cool. Rob, listen, this is what we got to do. Unfortunately, we're almost out of time, Rob. So stay on the line. Glenn's going to get your information. Come to Investor Schooling, Rob. We teach this stuff all the time. This is stuff that that we absolutely teach. I mean, everybody listening to this show, like we're not going to teach you. I can teach you how to find money for hotels, but you're not there yet. Let me teach you how to find money for multifamily houses first. Let's start there. And if you start there, at least you can start learning. All right. So real quick, Vinny, why don't you give everybody all the information you can in 15 seconds how they can reach you?
Okay. I would love to. Just go ahead and Google Vinney Chopra. Just Google, search. I have YouTube channel. I have Instagram, Twitter, TikTok,
30.
Facebook. I've got LinkedIn, Amazon. Just go to Amazon and just look for Vinney Chopra. That's it.
All right.
Vinney
All right.
Chopra.
All right. Thank you, Vinny. I really appreciate you.
Larry.
I really appreciate you being on the call. I want to also thank Glenn Page for taking care of everybody, bringing all those calls in. And, of course, everybody who called, thank you so much. All you listeners, thank you so much. All the people we left on hold, my apologies. We just ran out of time. Go to investorschooling.com. That's investorschooling.com and take a free class this Thursday.
This program is paid for.
You're clear. I have everybody on hold, so hang on.
All right, you got